Hello and welcome to Pravus Gaming. It has been a few months since I last played Civilization V, Brave New Worlds, and surprisingly over the last few weeks I've been seeing a lot of comments and private messages asking for me to start up Civilization V again. And I had a little extra time today and I thought to myself, you know what? Who am I if I don't listen to the feedback of my viewers? So you know what? Yes, it's absolutely time to play Civilization V, Brave New World again. It is absolutely one of my favorite games. Of course, because this is kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing, I haven't really decided what we're going to play. Last time we played as Polynesia. We've also already played as Korea and Venice. So who should we play today? There's Bismarck. Casimir is Poland. Well, anyone can play Poland, though. That's a way overpowered civ. Sweden would be... Oh, hang on. Harold Bluetooth, Denmark. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. Okay, Denmark. It's been a very, very, very long time since I played Denmark. Actually, I'm actually trying to think of when I last played Denmark. Have I ever actually played Denmark? Huh. I honestly can't remember. This may be one of the only civs in the game that I actually have not played. Well, that would be interesting. Alright, well, Harold Bluetooth, Denmark, Viking Fury. Embarked units have a +1 movement and pay just 1 movement point to move from sea to land. Melee units pay no movement point cost to pillage. They also have 2 unique units, the Berserker and the Norwegian Ski Infantry. I actually don't remember what they do specifically, but we'll figure that out. Alright, as for the map type, I do have a whole bunch of interesting different additional maps available. Highlands, Hemispheres, kind of cool, but, ooh, and the Explorer's map pack, of course. The Bering Strait, British Isles, Caribbean, the Donut, Eastern United States, where I'm from. It could be a lot of different stuff, I don't know. But you know what, let's go ahead and play on a random map type. I think that'll keep things a little interesting. We'll play on a small map size with 6 players. Emperor difficulty I think is still fine. And I think we'll actually bump this up to a standard speed. And there are a couple of reasons to do that. Quick speed is fast. If you want a fast game, that's great. And I generally play on that because I don't like to play a game for more than like 4 hours straight. But you can't deny that there are the advantages of the movement points if you're playing on standard or longer difficulty. Basically, it's a lot easier to relocate your armies and go for a domination victory. Not sure we're going to do that today, but it is a factor.
On the battlefield against the armies of Norway, you also completed massive construction projects across the land, numerous ring fortresses to protect the populace from invasion and eternal strife. You successfully drove off waves of German settlers in 983
Okay, so, the Danish Empire. We have the Berserker, a strong frontline land unit of the medieval era that specializes in attacks from the sea. So they're the Vikings, basically. Replaces the Long Swordsman, but is available earlier. That's cool. And the Norwegian Ski Infantry. Strong frontline unit, specializes in snow, tundra, and hills. Only Denmark may build it. Replaces the Riflemen. Okay, whoa, hang on. Cocoa. Wait a minute, I could swear that cocoa did not used to exist in this game. Oh, now that is interesting. I heard there was a patch that occurred in November, but I was unaware that a new luxury resource had been added to the game. That's really cool. Okay, cocoa. We have cocoa, we have wine, we have deer, wheat, mountains nearby. We're at a coastal and river. This is a pretty good starting location. A couple defensive hills to the east. Yeah, I like it. Let's settle Denmark. Copenhagen. Hello, Copenhagen. All right, so now we begin our standard procedure of building up some scouts. Now, one thing I do know that changed, and I'll get more into this in a little bit, I suppose, but one thing that has definitely changed in the patch is tradition is no longer quite as overpowered as it used to be. I think it's still a pretty good tree, but you'll notice that the culture options have actually altered their path progression a little bit. You have to get legalism, and you have to get oligarchy first, basically. Oligarchy has to be first, which is pretty good for turtling an empire, but still, you can't jump straight to legalism and get free culture buildings and such. That would be quite interesting. I don't think that the liberty or honor trees have changed. Piety, I think that Mandate of Heaven no longer goes to religious tolerance. I think there was a branch there before. I don't know. Some things have definitely changed. Tradition, however, was the most obvious one. I still think Tradition is a really strong opener, but Liberty is actually not half bad anymore. Maybe I'll go for Liberty. I don't do that very often. That could be fun, right? I don't know. I'll play that by ear. Let's see what we got in these ruins next turn. I always go for a scout first. That's... Oh, hang on. Ooh, hang on. Lake Victoria. Okay, I'm absolutely going Liberty. And the reason I'm going for Liberty at this point is I want to fast expand into Lake Victoria, hopefully before the city-state can swallow it up. That would be a huge advantage if I can do it, so I'm going to try. Hello, Maria I of Portugal. Yes, my Dutch heritage just sort of naturally recoils at the thought of doing business with the Portuguese. Not that I hold on to those things, of course. Alright, we have some spearmen. Lake Victoria is a fantastic natural wonder. It's actually got 6 food on this tile, which is an amazing early start. Also, it's pretty close by to some cotton, which would be a nice luxury resource to pick up as well. Yeah, this is a pretty solid location. I kind of wish this wheat wasn't here, because that would be a pretty great place to settle, is right here. How many tiles away? 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'll settle on the forest tile? I don't know. We'll figure that out when I actually get to it. But that's immediately the first place I'm looking to settle. Alright, we have a scout, so let's go up to the north. Continue pressing around. We probably should meet these guys. Get the 30 gold from Kabul. And... we're definitely going to want to pick up the monument. And that's because legalism doesn't come up nearly as early as it used to. So if you want to have a cultural advantage, you kind of have to get the monument. It changes the playstyle a little bit. And I haven't really perfected it, because like I said, I haven't played in months. I just know that that was in the patch notes. Okay, they've already gotten that direction, so let's make sure there's nothing by the coast, which there's not. That's fine. Let's get onto the vantage of a hill and move on. I see a mountain range. Whales. Those are good. Always nice. We have sugar down here. There's actually quite a few nice luxury resources. This actually would be a very nice settling location, but it would take way too long to get to Lake Victoria, and I cannot rely upon that. Kabul will very, very likely could get it before I can. But we'll see if we can get a fast expand with Liberty to work. I haven't done that in a very long time. There's Portugal. Okay, so they probably know about Lake Victoria. Ick. Alright, well, what's the best in this case? I'm starting to think, well, hang on. Farm, deer, hunting would be good, when improved. This requires calendar, so if I wanted to get a plantation to get cocoa, I could. But I don't have any workers for a few turns, so that's maybe not worth it. Mining, I'm thinking animal husbandry. Let's see if we can reveal horses. I don't make use of horses very often in this game, and I probably should. What the heck? Bison! That's another new resource that didn't used to be in the game. Would you look at that? I'm trying to decide if this is something I picked up as part of a map pack, like in the DLC, or if this is actually part of the vanilla game now. It really could go either way. I'm not strictly sure. Ooh, frame drop. What's going on with this? Okay, just keep on keeping on. There we go, back up to 60 frames per second. Whoa! I said to go to the hill, but you decided to cut across the marshes, apparently. That's alright. Let's get... change production. Let's go get a worker. It's going to take 12 turns, but we're going to want one. And I figure if we are going to fast expand and I get an extra worker in the process, you know what? No skin off of our back, because I think that's a worthwhile thing to get. A second worker, if I'm going to go straight to a second city, never hurts to expand a little bit faster. Let's see, nothing over in the mountain range, that's fine. And Geneva! They've given me 8 faith. How very generous of Geneva. Alas, I don't think it is enough. Nope, 2 more faith would be required if I wanted to get a pantheon going, which I do, but alas, I'm trying to rush out some higher priorities right now. Portugal is going to be protecting somebody, undoubtedly. Let's go ahead and set this guy to auto-explore, because I'm not in the mood to micromanage too much. We'll grab Liberty. This will get an extra culture, just 1. Yeah, Tradition would definitely get me culture faster, but I have to pick up Liberty. So, yeah, I would want to pick up Republic and then Collective Rule, and if later I go for Citizenship and some other stuff, yeah, we're going to go with Liberty. You know what? It's only fitting. I am an American, after all, and we believe in liberty and justice for all. Yes, that's our motto. Okay. I'm thinking now we're gonna go ahead... I can't talk today. I'm gonna go ahead and grab calendar now. Whoa, there's a lot of horses over here, too. No, just two. Two over here and two over here. For a second, I was thinking that this also was horses, and that this made this a prime settling location, but, no, maybe not. I'm gonna move my spearmen over to the east and kind of keep an eye out. We found another one, the Behringer Crater. Where are you? Ah, okay. That's another pretty good natural wonder right there. 2 gold, 3 science. It's pretty nice. It's well out of my reach, unfortunately, so I'm not gonna bother with that. But it's good to know that it is there. Maybe I want to send the spearmen up north and start dealing with these barbarians to my north sooner rather than later. Venice is also on the map. Okay, it's good to know. Keep moving our spearmen and deal with the barbarians. I wish we had a mission from Kabul. I'm just going to kind of keep far away from those barbarians there. If Kabul gave me a... No, you haven't found my capital yet, so I don't want to give you the map presence. Once he has, I don't mind, but after that, until then, no. Anyway, I'm going to back up. Kabul, if you would give me a mission to take care of this barbarian camp, that would be fantastic. I'm not sure... Yes, she's discovered me, so I don't mind that. 1 extra gold per turn, certainly not going to hurt me. I want to get the influence over Kabul, so I'm going to back up this way. Okay, do we want to get our first round of cocoa? I can't for a little bit, so let's start working on a farm over by the wheat. Oh, I do have 4 horses. Well, that's convenient. Okay. I'm going to start working on a shrine. I'm about to pop over to Republic. I want to see how many turns it'll take to get collective rule. I probably, hopefully, will be able to pick up a free settler. It'll take 15 turns, huh? I don't know, actually. Maybe I could technically build a settler faster than that. In which case, I'm going to feel kind of silly for going straight for liberty. But you know what? No, there's an advantage to go ahead and getting that that Pantheon going ASAP. I only need 2 faith, so once this is complete, 3 turns, then 2 turns to get to 10 faith, and then I get a Pantheon. There's an advantage to that that can't be denied. I could use that. I don't know what I would get. I'm seeing a lot of fish and stuff around. Maybe I want to get something like that, but I don't know. I'm going to play that by ear, see what's available. They just started getting oral traditions, so plantations are good for them. That actually probably would have been a good option for me, because cocoa and wine also would have required plantations, and the cotton. So yeah, actually that probably would have been a good one for me, but... Oh well. It's probably just as well. Let's go ahead and start working toward writing, because we're starting to get up to a population where the extra science from a library would be kind of nice. I'm going to go ahead and attack these barbarians. Start getting some XP for my spearmen. Kill them off, that works. And... Stonehenge? No, I don't think so. Granary, that's better because I'm about to have wheat and deer. So granary is actually a pretty solid choice, so let's do that. We are still going to be 10 turns away from getting a free settler. I'm going to give you... How many? Yeah, there's a lot of rough terrain, so let's go with drill. Let you heal up a little bit. Goddess of Protection. Okay, it's not a big one. Nothing too crazy. Frame drop again. It happens sometimes with Civ 5. There's really nothing that can be done about it. Okay, good. Horses or wine? How are we doing? We're doing fine on happiness, so I'm inclined to say let's go straight for the horses then. We'll worry about our luxury resources a little bit later, but right now I'm in a position where I don't have to worry about it. Hey, more cocoa! I kind of like that that's been added to the game. It actually totally makes sense when you think about it. Cocoa is absolutely a luxury that provides happiness in the real world. Not a chance that you could survive this world without chocolate these days. It's kind of important. I say that as a man who is currently engaged to a woman who loves chocolate, and I know full well that if I do not give her chocolate, then quite possibly I will be made miserable every time I done goof. Okay, writing is done. Good. Okay, we need to back up. I don't want to lose my scout. We got a population boost. That's good. Let's work our way toward... I'm just going to heal for now. Kabul, would you please give me a mission to kill the barbarians? That would be much appreciated. It really, really would. I'm thinking mining makes perfect sense. We don't have anything presumably to mine yet, but it would be good to do so. Hey, Pantheon. Okay. So now we gotta start thinking here. What do we want? Shrines, no. Not good enough. Fertility rites is okay. Not bad. This is terrible. Gods of the Sea. There's 3 sea resources over there, some fish there. There is fish. It's around. I just don't see myself getting to it right away. It's going to be a while before that's actually useful. God King isn't too bad. Actually, the extra... well, let me think about that. So if we bump this up to 5, this will change this to... Yeah, it'll knock off a turn from getting my free settler if I do God King. That's not a bad idea. Anything else? I could get Goddess of Festivals, which gives me culture and faith, but I only have 1 wine. So I would get 1 culture and 1 faith, as opposed to God King, which would give me that plus more. No, God King is better. Monument to the Gods? No. No. Don't have any jungle tiles around. I'm thinking God King makes the most sense, so let's do that. Library? Or the Great Library. I don't think I can get the Great Library right now. I'm gonna play it safe. The Great Library is something I virtually never get on Emperor difficulty or higher. It can't be done, I find. There's almost always an AI who beats me to it. Start doing some damage to those barbarians. Even if I don't kill the camp, what the heck. Maybe I'll get some influence for killing something nearby Kabul. But I kind of doubt it. Okay, now we can start working toward our plantation, because once we settle, we're going to get, oops, a happiness dip. Let's back up. Fortify and heal. Please do not settle. Please, please, please. Alright, let's get our collective rule. We have a settler. Let's start moving out. Back the heck freaking up. Back away. Don't let the barbarians get you, man. Don't do it, Jerry! Don't die on me, buddy! I want to keep you around as long as I can. Bronze working isn't a bad idea. Reveal the iron on the map. Might change my decision last minute. Exactly where I settle. That could be nice. Masonry, mausoleum. I don't have any need for a quarry. Trapping for the deer, but it's going to be a while before I get to that. Archery isn't a bad idea. Let's do archery because I wouldn't mind a little extra defensive power. Settler is a little bit exposed right now. Amazingly, Portugal is actually doing me a favor by having these warriors around, so... Now, they're saying that this is a good settling location, and I'm actually inclined to agree. This isn't bad. You got bison, horses, sheep, food, a mountain immediately nearby, and sugar. This isn't a bad third place to settle, but, I mean, it'd be very food-heavy, and actually with a few hills, it's not too bad. Even settling on a hill gives it a nice defensive bonus, but, I don't know. I don't really know. Alright, I'm going to try to settle this this settler real quick, and once we do that, I'm going to go ahead and call it here for this episode. I have actually forgotten to set a timer, so I don't know how long it's been, but I'm hopeful that we can at least make this an interesting first episode and grab a natural wonder ASAP. Alright, sailing, no. Let's go ahead and start working toward bronze working immediately. The Great Library is still available, but I'm going to start training up some archers, because I know my opponents have military power, and I do not. Let's just set you back to auto-explore, and start working on our first round of cocoa ever in the game. Okay, now comes the horrible choice. If I settle next to the river, I get a slight bonus to some stuff, but not a lot. I could... If I pop north, I don't think I'll have any aggressive borders with Portugal for a while. I'll grab the cotton, the wheat, the horses, the cows, and most importantly, Lake Victoria. And I'll start off with a little production boost by taking the forest. It's not a bad place to start. We'll grab survivalism, I should say, get away from those archers, and let's settle our next city. Aarhus! Hooray! We have Lake Victoria. 6 more food in the bank. What a great start. Okay, this should be interesting. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus with Civilization 5, playing as Denmark on Emperor difficulty. If you enjoyed this video and are looking forward to the rest of the series, then I ask that you leave the like button, because it really does help. Leave a comment, subscribe, click on the annotations afterwards for more videos I have done, and I will see you guys next time.